Oh, hello everybody. We're doing an alien radio signal hunt again tonight. This weather, what is it all about? Let me do some sniffing. Right, yeah. Let's get ourselves live across all of the platforms. Let's get that one sorted like that. Get ourselves rolling. There we go. So yeah, we're doing an alien radio signal hunt again tonight. We are searching the hydrogen line. What's that? We are searching the hydrogen line there. The channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize that if ET is out there, that is where we'll find the message. And we've got quite a high base signal strength tonight there. The interference signal's in. And, well, yeah, some good stars in range there. How you doing, Lee? Already in there. I think you're first in. Oh, and Unpopular in there as well. How is this scheduled for the 26th of the 1st to put this live? That's today, isn't it? Yeah, it's the 26th. The 26th of the January 26th. That's today. Right, where are we? Yeah, so we've got Sirius in range there, Mirzam, Weezan and Adara. Aludra isn't quite in range yet, but we have got a high background signal strength today. So let's see if we get that message. It's a bit of right place at right time, but you never know when that's going to happen. Be sitting around and all of a sudden we'll just hear that signal coming through. Nice and clear. Carl's in there, Lee's in as well, Xena too. How are you, different? How are you doing there? And Xena as well. I saw you over on our Discord, so we need to give you a stamp for that, don't we? Get your passport stamped. Luckily, you're right at the end there. Where is it? Discord. There it is. Boom! I need to get more ink for that stamp. You're slowly getting there, Xena. Slowly getting there. It's not 2... Oh, is it say 2 p.m? Shouldn't have been 2 p.m. I might have made a mistake. Let's have a quick look. It's meant to be 10 p.m. there. So I have no idea. Maybe I made a mistake on that one. We'll see. But yeah, guys, how is everyone doing tonight? Scottish is in. How have you been? Good to see you. So yeah, guys, we're listening out, aren't we, for potential alien radio signals. They're hoping to hear ET say hello, listening on the same frequency where we heard the WOW signal there back in the 1970s, but many others since then as well. Glad to hear it there, playing Spotter as well. And how's your stamp going? Lee, that's a good question. We should have a look at your one in a second there. You got a stamp for that? And Stephen, anything interesting? We've only just got on. We're 2 minutes 29 seconds in, so hopefully the interesting stuff is still to come. I'm glad to hear it there, Lee. It's Monday. What can we say? Where is other Lee's passport to see? God, this was organised. It's got to be around here. Right, these are the L's. Right. Oh, you've got your SETI one, Lee, there. We need to, next time, you need to let me know. Either you can jump on the Discord, that's one there, or next time we're doing a gaming stream, or a skywatch, anything like that, and we can get you those ones stamped. There, the next one's there. Ah, it's your birthday tomorrow, Scottish there. Well, happy birthday for tomorrow. Hope you have a good one. There as well. Rachel's in. How are you doing, Rachel? Let's have a look there. Yeah, no, I think we're up to date. Well done. So, yeah, Sirius is in range right at the minute there, and that is 8.6 light years. Very, very close indeed. And I just saw a V pop up. How are you doing? Good to see you in, V. We'll check in on Starship Alan shortly there. Jolly's in. And Raf will be pleased. Good to see you. So, more people to say, we like the new... Oh, we do. We like it nice and busy. Not too busy, though. Not summer busy. I've decided that was too much for us there. V as well, thank you for the likes. It is those likes and those shares that do help us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena, helping us piece this puzzle together there. So yeah, it got Sirius 8.6 very, very close there. Then it's Adara at 430 light years, 500 light years for Mirzam, and 1800 there for Weazen. So the closer the star is, the more chance we have of detecting those fainter signals there. They don't need to be as powerful to reach us here all the way over on Earth, but it is still a hell of a lot of power required. So even at those close by stars, we're unlikely to be able to detect their television or radio sort of low-powered signals, even though they are that close. How are you doing, Kate, as well? And we have a good day. Oh, thank you, Player Scottish, and have a great day tomorrow there. It was good to see you pop back in there. Loving the stickers, V. And Ben, thank you for the likes. Good to see you there. The spike is back tonight, and it's hovering at 52-53%. So it started off like this last night, and then the percentage dropped. So something's going on there. I know I gave in today rather than struggling. I'm in the glasses today, so... I'm regretting it already, but at least I can see the screen and some of what you're saying there. Dawdle, how are you doing? Thank you for the gifts, appreciate those. All goes back into the stream. Rio's in as well. Seeing those likes, the tap is away there. Tapping away there, class is cool. Oh, thank you, Kate. It's either that or I can't know if I can say the word without getting blocked. They're a choice. I'm not sure if they go with their headphones, though. I can't. I'm one of these weird people that now I wear contacts. My glasses don't work. They're the right, prescription, but it's all that magnification, so I hate wearing them all the time. There, how is everyone doing? Super, very kind of you, V. More of that. So we'll check in on the Starship Alan. Regular Elton John. Yeah, that's a way of putting it. Better than the old Dame Edna glasses. And Patters as well, Rena. Laura Lass is in. How is everyone doing tonight? We're doing an alien radio signal hunt today, so we're searching the skies hoping to hear ET say hello. We've got a very large radio antenna outside. As it sweeps the sky there with the Earth's rotation, it's going to sweep across the night sky there, passing over various stars with planets. Hopefully one of them is going to have intelligent life and sending a signal, and if it does, we'll see it nice and loudly on the screen if we're lucky there. It's where we've heard previous signals like the WOW signal, like what's that? I need to check the Discord and show a pic to get... Oh, I don't know. I'm not brave enough. That, Laura, thank you for the heart. And Maverick as well. But yeah, so hopefully, we'll get one of those signals in. But yeah, the WOW signal was another one. That was a really interesting signal that has been heard back in the 70s. But many more interesting signals since then. In fact, quite a few, more than I was expecting, are still on the list as potentially alien in nature. There is a hell of a lot of evidence out there. And where are we over on the tubies there? I think been nice to have been banned from another channel. Honestly, what's going on? We got a hate speech violation yesterday for nothing at all, so don't take it too personally. And do you actually believe time and space dilate into each other, manifesting a force there? So I'm not sure how much, Jolly, of the mainstream that I do believe. I don't think the mainstream argument for science is definitely not 100% there. It's a question of how much, and it's functional to operate as is for a while there. There. How is E.T. and Alan? They're all good their times. How are you doing as well? And Raf's in. There we go. Outer space is out, not up. I don't know. I'm not fully sold there yet there. Wasn't the WOW signal further away? Now, Lee, brilliant point there. The WOW signal was expected to... We don't technically know how far away it came from, but the direction of space that it came from, there wasn't any really closer by stars there. There's ones in the hundreds they start, but it was the Sagittarius constellation. That is a wide range of stars there, so there definitely wasn't any close by or really close by potential candidates for that one. There. Exactly. And hi all, Electron's in as well there. Let's have a look there. V as well, thank you for the gifts. I've missed a few of your messages. Let's scroll down here. Sorry you missed last night there for the sleep before the stream, and it's a hard day. V, no worries, we missed you, but sometimes you do need your rest there. So don't worry about that. And well, it's cool. Weird pick of either paranormal or I mean, there's been weirder things on the Discord there. Rio's in as well there. And A-Up, yes, the glasses are a shock. I gave in tonight rather than struggling to see the screen. Hopefully I can read your messages loud and clear there. You see why I don't wear them all the time. Paul's in. Good to see you there. And I never recognised you with the glass. I know I'm not going to live this one down, am I? I shouldn't have put them on there. Rio as well coming in with the likes there as well. Thank you for that, guys. So yeah, here we are listening out for those potential alien radio signals. So, too busy and excited to make sense. What's that? There, Harko's in. How are you doing there as well? Let's have a look. Your string thing is already then. Where are we? He was saying hello there. And Harko's in over there. Thank you for the rose there, matey. Is Alan behaving himself? Unlikely. He's not done anything too bad today, but he hasn't... yeah, but it's the night is young there. Paul as well, thank you for the like. So yeah, we're listening out for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. At the minute, we don't really have much on screen. We have an anomalous signal. We don't quite know what it is there, but it isn't, as far as we know, alien. It's unlikely to be alien. So as the Earth rotates, that dish is going to sweep across the night sky, passing over various... so I need you to check the Discord and show a pic to get opinions. Oh, hold on, let me have a look there. What's that? It's my glasses, I can't read it properly. Hold on. Is this the one? No, oh. No, that isn't where it is there. Where is it? General? I can't see it, Kate. Where's your message? Under interesting things? Ah, there we go. There we go. Right. Oh, Rachel sent me this cool picture of 2 orbs. She's got a picture of her garden. Very cool. Let's have it. Oh, hello. Yes. See, my knowledge around the actual orbs, like it says, they're on the smaller side, aren't they? Oh, the birds. I'm a very fan of that one. So, yeah. I don't know much about that. I mean, when we're talking about the UFO side of the orbs there, it's quite interesting. I tend to think, oh, hello, what's that one there? There, that refraction in there, yeah. Let's have a look there. Yeah, I mean, very, very interesting. I have to skim the messages there. But, yeah, I mean, that's definitely very interesting images there. I've got 2 versions of orbs in my head. One of them is the version from, like, the early 2000s ghost hunting TV shows there, which there is something there that is being caught. It's not just all dust there. But I still kind of have that, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Don't know what it is there. And then I've got the UFO, the UAP orbs, where I kind of, in my head, I'm thinking, like, you know, plasmides and things like that, lots of strange plasma effects. This one is closer on the smaller scale there to the ghost stuff, isn't it? But it's very interesting that zooming in though, and the details. We need well, look, I mean, if we can tell the potential makeup of an atmosphere just by the light, the spectra of the light coming in from those distant stars there, the light from these orbs, that should give you some information there. That should be that, you know, there's got to be something in on that one. I think we need to figure out how to do that one. And where are we in the chat there? Oh, God, I've missed loads in here. Harker as well, thank you for the gifts there. Oh, Ben as well.
Nom nom nom.
Thank you for feeding Alan. Carl too, coming in with gifts. Appreciate those guys. All goes back into the stream. Blue Nose as well. And Carl, Ben, and Ahup.
Thank you for the alien.
All of a sudden,
guys.
Alan got loads in then and we didn't notice. Sorry, guys. Alan's a bit tardy with those things. Yeah, I'd like to see what everybody's collective opinions are. I'll have to read through the messages on the old Discord for that one later. If you want to see what we're talking about, guys, check out the Discord there. I think it's under interesting things, but there's loads and loads of information over on there. Plus our monthly Alien Movie Club, which will be this Friday again. And that's going to be the Vast of Night we're all going to watch together. So do join us for that one. So it is very interesting. There's got to be more to it, hasn't there? There's got to be more information we can get from that, and it's just cool and actually trustworthy. Rob, well, you just don't know nowadays, do you, the sources or anything? So when it's coming from somebody in the wider community, there, it's very interesting, indeed. There as well. V are coming in with the feeding of the Alan and the Blue Nose.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Therefore, feeding Alan just chucked everything everywhere. Let me have a look over on the tubes there. Makes a little no difference anyway, because the digital agenda in a warp speed is in warp speed, and I'm not being part of it there. I mean, God, that's another thing that's going on at the minute, isn't it? There, it does keep me up a little bit there as well. Then as well. What you call it? And Rob's in there. So, our low winter sun. The sun is closer to the Earth. So why is it always so bloody cold? And it should be warmer. Good point. Now I can't get my head around the orbital mechanics there. Is it because it's closer, but because we're in the tilt? No idea. There and no, it just looks low, but even more time in the dark. Oh, is that? I mean, I've no. At least think of it. I cannot get my head around all those sorts of things. So anybody that can is better than me. There. I would say talking about time zones there. Perfect 24-hour, perfect time zones. 19 in the north. No, well, they're not perfect, are they? They are literally just arbitrary lines there. It doesn't divide perfectly. So I'm not sure if this is an answer to the question, but I found it very interesting. If you look at the time zones, they kind of just chop all around. And it's more of what do you call it? A bureaucratic effort there to divide up time, not necessarily reflecting the real thing there. There. Right, now back over to the TikToks there. How are you doing there? Feeding Alan. You got to feed him. At least stops him getting up to that. No, good there. Exactly. There we go. Where are we? Oh, Rachel is in there. How are you doing? We're just talking about your orbs there tonight. And Blue Nose, thank you for the likes. Kate, thank you for the shares. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. There's got to be more information that we can get, isn't there? Like from that's within the picture there. There's got to be more evidence than just. You know, if only I had more of a scientific brain there, I could understand possibly how we could extract more. It's like with radio, the more you learn about it, the more, you know, that those signals do tell you. They give you a lot more information than you would expect there. And even smarter people can use very clever maths there to discern other elements. I think the same is going to be true around the light in those images and things like that. Yeah, I bet they're right, and rightly so. It's very interesting. It's definitely a light. The effect there, you know, it's either emitting light, reflecting light, or it's some sort of light effect there, the way that is refracting. But that's about as far as I know there. And Carl has seen quite a few orbs there. So in your experience, because I'm really coming from zero on this front, but in your experience there, like what have you learned about them and how they interact there? Excited. Isn't it fun though when you do get something like that and you're like, oh my god, finally something I can sink my teeth into. Every now and again there is just that excitement. They feel you there. Not yet A-Up, not yet. So I'll have to I'll keep an eye out for it tomorrow. That's a good point actually. So I hasn't arrived just yet, but we're looking out for it. There will be somebody in there. And Ben as well, it's a very strange picture, and there's nothing in the picture I can see reflecting the light. Exactly, there's not an obvious one, is there? I don't think I've ever actually caught an orb of any nature in a picture. So back when people were going on about, oh, it's just dust, it's just this, just that, I've never managed to do it. So I don't think they're as easy to, as a lot of people like to make out there. I actually didn't know about them until I went back to them. It's often the way, isn't it, there? And that just, I think, adds to the credibility there, doesn't it? And, yeah, my nieces arrived yesterday so on Sunday. Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. I think we're probably a little bit slower down south here. So I'm sure it'll arrive tomorrow, though. So let's have a look. And the planet tilts on its axis. Well, according to the mainstream. I'm still in that camp. You've not got me over yet, Jolly. You'll have to keep trying. Well, yeah, it's independent. It's also got a wobble to its tilt, hasn't it? It's like a precession, an axial precession, isn't it? So over like 12,000 years or something, that tilt ever so slightly changes. And I think that's possibly what causes the Sahara to get greener and colder and back and through there. Oh, it's an older one as well. Well, yeah, I mean, that's excellent, that is. I'm very interested in that one. So, yes, where are we? Everything is still looking... Oh, no, the percentage has gone down again. So, just when we came on the stream, this happened last night as well. The overall sort of signal strength percentage was 52 to 53, and now we're down to 51, 52. And if it's like last night, it'll go down another point or so there. Again, we haven't had this before. These 2 nights... So something is going on just generally sort of in the celestial environment there that's causing that. I think as much as I can understand it anyway there. I'm not sure. I mean, does it? The actual rotation is detected in deep space. Then the cosmic microwave background approves this. So they call it the axis of evil. So, I mean, I know what the cosmic microwave background is. Are you saying that the motion of the cosmic microwave background is in time with the Earth's rotation there, and therefore the Earth isn't rotating because we're matching up with the background? Is that what you mean? I believe both the Sun and the Moon are plasma and are local. Their footage, when sought for, shall show the Moon and Sun being in front of clouds there, and their orbits are consistent with being a lot closer than some. So I wouldn't know. I mean, it's a fair enough position to have there. I mean, when we zoom in on the Moon, though, we can see the craters, so it looks more solid, you know, when we do it sort of with our own camera there. But I mean, I wouldn't know about the actual orbits there. I mean, definitely there is some questions around the things that we do take for granted there, be it the Sun and be it the Moon there. Very much open to those things there. I mean, even this is such an interesting paper. I wish I had posted it in the Discord there, but it's something to do with the, I mean, because I think the current theory is that the sort of gravity holds all of the gases of the Sun sort of together, and therefore, you know, and that the weight of itself, the compression there causes the fusion, something rough around that there. But somebody had a really good point, which was, you know, without a membrane, there's no, that wouldn't hold together there, and they put a paper together on it, which I thought, okay, interesting. Never heard that one. I just had taken it for granted before there. Too big brain for me to actually know which one is right or wrong there. And Rob, I lived in a house in Braintree where Winston Churchill once stayed, and we often saw orbs in the house, and when spoken to, they gathered. I did get footage on my phone, but oh man, there is like a real sort of correlation, a real cause and effect with that then. The apparent Sun. The blue shift versus red shift, possible I suppose, and that's how they attract movement. Yeah, so that is an interesting phenomena there, the moving further away or closer to us there, slightly shifting the frequency, compressing or contracting it there. They do, you're totally right there, up. They definitely do. It's one of the things that we will be looking for when we do receive a signal there, can imply that the signal source is in orbit of its own planet there. So if we were to see it not just on the hydrogen line, but a little bit before, a little bit afterwards, moving away, yeah, that could imply that there is some red or blue shifting going on, and therefore not quite still. It'll be potentially in its own orbit around its host star. So where are we coming through there? We need log times. We do need a spreadsheet. I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm actually starting to get better with this sort of stuff now, learning how to kind of export and log certain data. So one of the developments will be a spreadsheet, especially for you, to log all of that. It is starting to log it. I'm just not good at accessing it yet there. So good time there. And the other night, it went up to 54% a few times. I vaguely remember that, yeah. So it has been playing up, it's been being a bit odd lately there. And what did you think of the vid I tagged you in about the moon? Which one was that? If it was earlier today, I've already forgot. I'll have to double check. I vaguely remember clicking on them, but my brain's gone. I'll have to double check there. The Sun is definitely very interesting to study. Oh, 100% there, 100%. And orbs can vary in the way they react there. Was there like, I mean, did you have a sort of a gut theory around it? I need to just check out, see if I can prompt myself, remind me what the moon one was. I'm going to go into my messages. Let's have a look, guys. Probably on memory like a bloody sieve. Where's VVV. Activity. Come on. Oh yes, that one about it being potentially being a base and stuff like that. So, there was one part that they mentioned that it was actually brought from a different star system. So, interestingly, this thing, what do we believe? What part of the scientific world there do we actually believe, and what do we don't there? And I think most of it is up for debate But I mean, one of the things is that, you know, we have studied apparently the moon rocks that were brought back there, and the composition is the same as our Earth. So if we're believing that that is correct, then yeah, you know, I wouldn't have thought it would have been brought from somewhere else at the very least. But I don't know. Do we believe that? Do we trust them? I mean, there's a lot of questions around. Did we go in the first place to be getting the rocks back there? I mean, I know we've got, you know, meteorites and stuff which come from the moon and things, but I do think that there is something to it in the sense that the moon could have a purpose. You know, could have been put there, could have been artificial. The whole moon, yeah, I think so. I think there is more of a story to the moon. It's a little bit weirder than just chance there. So could it be a base? You know, it's on my list of possibles there. So definitely possible with that one as well. And let me have a quick. We could receive a transmission from a galaxy going away from us fast, and it could be shifted so hard we would wait hundreds of years for a few kilobytes. Well, yeah, I mean, what would happen is basically in radio, what that means is the frequency that it initially started at, it would be different. So it would travel at the same speed, but the frequency would come out there. So, because obviously the frequency is how many peaks in the wave over a certain period of time. So what's happening, if it's going further away, it's stretching that out. So it'll be a lower frequency by the time it gets here. So if it's closer, it's compacting that wave, so that you know, the waves together, so it'll be a higher frequency. So it changes. Yeah, you actually see it on the old slightly off of the initial frequency there. If I can get in my head around that one there. Certain and many modern CPUs have a base hertz of 1.4, really there, boosted for each core, and therefore a core's boost will affect the 1.4 spike. Oh, you know what? I didn't know. That is very interesting. This, and maybe there is something to do with that then, because we're not allowed to broadcast on it, but it doesn't mean there isn't those electronic processes there. That could be a very good shout there, Electron. There, maybe it is something to do with that, because that is just off and it is consistent. The only thing is, though, is there all of the computers are always on in here, so I'm not sure why it'd be off and why it'd be on some days there. Cracked open a bottle there. Wasting your time imagining extraterrestrials there. I mean, I see this is the thing, Jolly, where, like, I don't think this is where I'm going to have to disagree, because I'm open to many things. I'm definitely being wrong on many things here, there, and I don't share the same position for those things. But this is no matter what your world structure is, flat Earth, firmament, or anything like that, the idea that we're the only entity, the only physical base of things, I find very, very hard to grasp there. Why would we be the only landmass in whatever that world structure is? Why wouldn't there be other versions beyond and outside of there? You know, why would it just be the one defined space? So that I find quite limiting in that area there. Where are we there? From fake space. And all Virgin Media have got me on a broadband timeshare. Oh no, you Rob. Hopefully it'll improve for you there. And Hazy, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? An interesting segue. The frequencies we now use for mobile phones and Wi-Fi was military until declassified in the 90s, and they have something better. Actually, you're right there, and it was purposely, definitely in Europe, that frequency range was used by a system called Ace High. Yeah, it's an Ace High. I think it's a microwave transmission link is across all of Europe for NATO, and there were these massive concrete dishes, and they couldn't destroy a lot of the dishes after they didn't use it anymore, and you can still go urbex a lot of those dishes. But I think it was those ranges that we used for that. So you're very, very right on that one there. I find it was over there. Not really. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? Scroll it there. We aren't allowed to broadcast on the moon. Oh no, so actually on the frequency, this one here. So this, out of all of the radio spectrum, there are all the different frequencies. The rules that govern them, basically, we allot certain chunks, like this section you can use for your satellite communication. This section you can use for military. This section for your mobile phones, radio communication, and all that sort of stuff like that. So they're all divided up, but, and it's because there's a limited amount, they're very highly sought after. But this section here, around the 1.4 gigahertz here, the hydrogen line, is actually reserved that you're not allowed to build equipment that transmits on it there, because it's so useful for radio astronomy, for learning about the universe. If the scientists have had an international treaty to say, look, you're not allowed to transmit on this frequency there, so it doesn't bugger up there listening to the universe as well there. You block Virgin Media from calling you. You just got to pay your bill, V. You just got to pay it. Very human-centric and a symptom of our inflated sense of self to think we are the only planet with life. I think 100% there. There is so much that is informed by our experience, by our biology, by our evolution there, and we tend to think that certain things are universal, not necessarily just on the wider space, but so much of it is human-centric, is a product of us and the way our minds work there, and it's always a bit of a giveaway. I think when you hear a certain account of a UFO encounter or something like that, and you're like, man, I don't think that would be the truth for aliens there. I must have heard you wrong there, been having hearing problems. Oh, no, Rachel, I probably just wasn't clear. So it's my end there, rattling off, going from subject to subject there. And Colette, hello, thank you for the heart there. So kindly listen to the UFO Chronicles, episode 341. Oh, I'll have to try and remember that one, Paul. What's it on there? Phrase as well, thank you for the heart, good to see you in there. And how you doing, Colette? We're going to switch over to the Starship Alan now, very briefly. So what we're doing right now, what you're looking at the screen, is an alien radio signal hunt there. This is software-defined radio. This is the receiver coming in live from our dish out in the garden. It's a very large parabolic mesh antenna that's pointing up to the night sky, and then as the Earth rotates, it sweeps across the night sky, passing over various stars. Hopefully one of those stars is going to be inhabited by life and will be sending us a signal, and hopefully it'll come through nice and clearly on there. They're quite rare, but they do happen. Then the more we do it, the more those statistical odds increase of us detecting a signal. There's been some very interesting ones over the years, like the WOW signal, but a lot more from closer by stars very, very recently. Their phrase.
Nom nom nom.
Thank you for feeding Alan. But let's quickly switch over to the Starship Alan briefly. So, is it working? It looks like they've all slowed down there. Hold on, we'll come back to the Starship Alan in a second once it's decided to unfreeze itself. Is it working now? There we go. So yeah, this, guys, is the Starship Alan. All of our patrons are now here, all of you guys, including the free tier, so you can always just sign up to that and get yourself on board the Starship Alan. You're all doing your space chores, keeping the ship running. Alan looks like he's in the probing room at the minute there. Who is in there with him? Where's the list of rooms? It looks like I'm in there with him. Oh dear. There. Where are you, V? Oh, Kate's on her way to engineering by the looks of it. Where? Oh, V's in the engine room. Can we trust? Are you there, V? Who else? Can you spot yourself in there as well, guys? Can you see what you're doing? What are you got? Rio's in the cargo bay there. Robbing the mead in the stores. No doubt there. Yeah, Alan's waiting with... who is in the... I have to scroll down here to see who's in the probing room there. Where is the list? I can't actually see who's in the probing room. It's not listed. Weird. But anyway, yeah. Do join us over on the Starship Alan then. We'll keep checking in every now and again, seeing how we're all getting on aboard the Starship. In between us, waiting for those signals to come in there. Phrases, well, thank you for feeding Alan there. And Colette, thank you for the cake. I do like a nice bit of cake there. Let's have a look through the chat, make sure we are getting in up to date there. How you doing, Phrase? And so Einstein gave us Google, the Greek merchant mariner recalls the Bermuda Triangle UFO sighting there. So, Greek merchant mariner, okay. I haven't heard much on the Bermuda Triangle recently, other than, potential one of those underwater UFO bases So it could be very interesting there. I'm good. I'm glad to hear it there. We're all good. It is Monday, but we'll survive there. Thank you for the likes, guys. Those likes, the shares, see the hearts coming up and tapping across the screen there. It does help us reach more and more. And like-minded people there, like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the old phenomena. And we can all piece this puzzle together there. First it was the sun, and then it was the moon. I jump from thing to thing, Rachel, so yeah, that's mostly on me. We're all having a rest. You're sitting stationary. Go back to work, guys. Alan's around if he catches you there. Save lives and properties. Einstein's a twin paradox in gravity propulsion. Oh, okay. I mean, it could be quite interesting. Ria's in the cargo bay there. And is Alan always in that bloody probing room? He's either in his quarters or the probing room. He doesn't spend much time elsewhere. But you know, that's Alan. That's what he likes. Who are we to judge? There, right. Let me catch up over on the tubes as well. Deborah, welcome in. We're doing an alien radio signal hunt tonight. Where are we? Trying to find where we are now. When I was a kid, I was shown ET, and I wanted to phone home there. So the signal's going the wrong way to detect. Yeah, well, we won't catch him phoning home, but maybe we'll catch them replying. That could be the thing. I only saw E.T. for the first time last month. How embarrassing is that? But that's why we're doing the Alien Movie Club. So this Friday is Alien Movie Club, 10 p.m. UK time over on the Discord. We all press play at the same time and then chat along whilst we watch it. And it's a film called The Vast of Night, and it's free on Amazon Prime in the UK at least. So do join us for that one. It is always fun. It gets pretty unhinged, but it's a really good film if you haven't seen it there. We use Tetra now, so Sam can't listen to us chat. Yeah, it's all digital communications and stuff now, isn't it? Everything's encrypted. You can't just tune in now. 5G, an exotic blend of radio and microwaves designed to pass solid objects there. Well, the higher the frequency, the more its ability to penetrate solid mass, isn't it? And now you've reminded me of the radio observatory that kept getting a blip. It turned out it was someone opening the microwave on site with their lunch at the same time. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Was it? I always want to say it's the Parkes Radio Observatory, one of the big ones down in Australia, and they basically thought, well, hey, look, we have got this cracking signal. There, it looked exactly like what they wanted, where they thought they would, expect to see that signal. But, yeah, upon further investigation, it turned out it was an unshielded microwave. Somebody giving the Rustler burger a good cooking at 2 a.m. Was setting it off there. I don't know that. See, LIGO, they're jolly with that one, with the LIGO one. I don't know enough about that one just to talk about that one. Why all the observatories are facing out south there? Well, I'll tell you for one there. But do you believe in a south? But yeah, no, that's because it is the best, most open, uninterfered with space there, isn't it, for those detection purposes. It's the largest land mass that is inhabited, where they can build them away from other technologies there. Virgin Mobile, ET probably got the busy tone. It wouldn't if they even got signal and like 1 megabyte upload there. Oh, he'll be in the program. If we put it on now, he'll either be in his bed, in his bunk, or he'll be in the probing room there. And it's delicious, V. Not only is it convenient, it is delicious. You can imagine what I live off most of the time. We'll check over, but we'll check back in on the Starship Alan shortly there. And apparently they're going back to the moon soon. Yes, so is it Optimus 2 or 3? I think it's 3, isn't it? There, and that's coming up. Is it sometime in the next month? And they're sending a crewed mission to go around the moon there. So they're going to orbit it. They're not going to land yet. That's the next time round, they're hoping, although they still haven't sorted out what the landing vehicles are going to be. But it's good that they're actually sending people back there. We'll see if that resolves any of the, did we go to the moon in the first place there? Or will it just reinforce it there? Because there are a few things, a few of it was like the principle, like the Van Allen radiation belt and things. So if we can prove that, this isn't a simulation, it's not fake again, and, astronauts come around, they survive, then it will answer that one, won't it, there? I think Artemis, something like that, isn't it? Artemis, one of the Greek or the Greco-Roman gods are there. Well, I mean, Jolly is a good question there. Why would they name their telescope Lucifer? I mean, you know, lots of people ask. That's an interesting one. And China will be closely watching. Of course they will. What was it? Somebody was saying yes, because one of the big arguments is, well, wouldn't have Russia or, you know, whoever at the time, I think Russia would have been the main counter there, that, you know, if they had faked the moon landing, Russians would have said something. They had, you know, enough equipment to probably know mostly what was going on, so they would have said something. And I think that's a very good point. It's one of the ones that I fall back on. But, yeah, they say that basically the Russia has been using it since then to like blackmail the US into giving them space secrets, to keeping up the charade. Doesn't make sense to me, but that's what I think. Remember when they made us all buy the energy-saving light bulbs and banned the normal ones? If someone was watching the lights on our planet from afar, it would look like those lights went out. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, well, definitely the heat point of it, wouldn't it, there? Because you've got the light bulb is going to emit two forms of radiation in there, isn't it? It's going to be coming out in the infrared in the heat, and then it's going to be coming out in the lumens, like the lights, as well. So we would have maintained the brightness. Well, actually, no, they were all crap, weren't we? So they weren't even that bright. Suddenly the Earth did dip there. But also, it would have the temperature would have dipped as well, noticeably, because of the less of the heat emissions, because that's the energy that it's saving. It's just not wasting it coming out as heat. So, little things like that, you do wonder what effect they have on a global scale. And, I mean, it's like our use of mobile phones and, you know, Wi-Fi and things like that. Now, that, just the amount of radio waves that are now active everywhere. You know, we've got this emitting one. Each device in my room is emitting some form of radio waves. It's very, very noisy, very cluttered. I did see an artist made a piece, and it was like a wall light at home, and it's made of lots of individual bars of lights there, and what it did is it just visualized the current radio waves that are going through the room. And he lived in a city, and you just watch the light go throughout the day. It would change for, like, you know, when people came home from work and brought their mobile phones home and started going on the internet, it would change and stuff. It's just going through us all the time. So many radio waves there as well. Didn't AI recently say the moon landing footage was fake? I think somebody, yeah, they've looked at it and they've analysed it as that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting argument there, but I mean, AI has said a lot of things to me that aren't true. I think it's a great tool, but I don't know. There are some good questions, though. There are some, like, very interesting questions from that camp there, the ones I can't answer. I still lean towards they went, but if it came out that they didn't, part of me wouldn't be surprised there, you know, and part of me would actually be quite impressed that they managed to pull that one off as well. And the entity said we don't live in a computer. I think I'm in line with that one. So I'm interested in a simulation theory. I think it's very compelling. It's very, very interesting, but I don't quite think it's correct. I think the observations are correct, but the conclusion that we are in a simulation doesn't quite meet it for me. I just think that reality is more computational and things like that. Sparkles, how are you doing? How have you been? Good to see you. We're doing well. We're surviving just about there. What's it? No. I love AI when you go, can you give me a list of 12 good UFO crashes? And then it gives you the list of 12, and then you put that same list back into it, or just say, look, is the above true? And it goes, bloody hell, no, that's true. Where did you get this from? You're wrong. And you go, you wrote this, you bull. Yeah. But I mean, it's a tool like anything there. You know, if you give a chisel to a monkey, you're going to get a chipped rock. If you give it to Michelangelo there, you're going to get David. So it's all interesting. Doing great here, just waiting for us to get some good weather. Sparkles, I am feeling that pain at the minute there. We have had so many days where we can't get the camera out. I'm pulling my hair out. I just want to do a skywatch. Hopefully soon, though. Hopefully soon. There. I'm not fully against it. I think we do have to express caution with it. I definitely think that the fears that people have are right. You know, we do have to be extremely careful with it. But there's always a penalty for not using things as well. Like, once the genie's out of the bottle, you know, there's a penalty. You need to make sure that you're doing the right amount with it. But I think people are right to be hesitant with it there. It's a dangerous beast. Like anything effective, it can be effective good and it can be effective bad. Where are we? Over on the tubes. Let's have a look there. And remember when... No, I did that one. Why are they using radio waves to detect light? There. Well, they're all on the electromagnetic spectrum, so does it work like that? And our low-tech version of a cloaking device. You just turn the lights off. It's equivalent pretending you're not home, isn't it? It's like, shh, turn the lights off, we're not home. The aliens will go by. Shh. Greg, turn the lights off, God damn it. Oh no, we're in. What is Alan actually eating there? Just curious. If I've seen an alien, throw it at my dog. Electro, I forget, guys. It's a TikTok thing. So on TikTok, there's and I didn't know this too. It's on here. They have like little gifts that you can send in, and the various different things from hearts to roses to, I mean, you name it. There's thousands of the damn things. But there's ones that are called alien pets. These little purple creatures that people put in, and when they do, Alan says thank you to them. And why would someone waste endless cycles of runtime simulating the amount of socks I've ever owned? That's a brilliant way of putting it there. How many holes were developed in the socks now? I think you're right. It's that level of detail, isn't it, there? Because people don't really get simulation. It all goes very easily into the world of magic there. But what happens is obviously on a computer, whether it's an analog or a digital one there, it's either, there's a physical representation for that piece of data, bits on or off there. So it just depends. The detail of your simulation is how many bits there. So if you've got a really low resolution simulation, which for example could be, is Sam at work? Right, and we're going to simulate that, and then yes or no. It's a very low resolution simulation there, but you could do high detail there. You could do mirror every atom of everything that I come into contact with during my work day there, and you can do everything in between. So when we simulate something on a computer there, it's never going to be exact because it doesn't account for every individual atom, because if it did, it would need more bits. It'd be just easier building the thing in the real world to match it. You very quickly get to that point there. So it's a question of any simulation, how much information is it using there, how detailed is it with it as well. UFOs create a negative electrostatic force and a positive one in front of them, and this creates perpetual motion. There's the Byfield-Brown effect. That's one of the rumoured ways that they've been doing it. Maybe the B-2 bomber is rumoured to be using something like that as well. Let's have a look. We have an amber weather warning tonight and a flood. Oh god, it's all going off. It's awesome there. Extremely cautious, Rachel, and I think you are right. I don't think we are being cautious enough by any means. There is B in. Oh, I haven't seen B tonight actually. I don't think. Oh no. Hopefully we'll have to check the Discord. Have they closed the Americans off, or just having a night off there? They can come by and grab me any day these days. Oh yeah, get the aliens in. And Bashir said there is no simulation, but we are our own simulation. See, Rachel, I love that, and I think that, I don't know if I'm messing it up, but that sounds very similar to my position on it there. That makes sense to me, and I like to hear that one, Rachel. And Lorelis as well. If you knew you were in a simulation, would it change how you lived your lives? I don't think it would on the day-to-day. I think maybe in an existential sense something bigger, but, can they turn us off? That would be a big worry there. But I think very quickly I'd get consumed with the little things, paying my bills and all that sort of stuff, getting back to it there. And Sparkle's there, but mainstream, I won't be told, unfortunately, for a while yet. Oh, I think the first part of that, Sparkles, has been... I can't see the first part of it, sadly. I think TikTok's built it out. Try again, I'd love to hear that one there. You find the cheat code there, Kate. I bet you would there. And Joseph, how are you doing? Yeah, so there was something interesting actually about Atlas that I did see earlier today there, which was they're talking about these other jets that are coming out of it there. So normally, with a comet, you know, the what do they call it? The volatiles, they, you know, come into contact with heat or whatever, they'll melt, and it's like a plume of gas and ice or whatever will come away as it's degrading, as it's melting there. But Atlas has been weird, and it's had these various jets that, you know, do happen on other celestial objects there, but they've always been a bit weird with Atlas there. But there was 3 that have been noticed recently, these 3 little jets coming off of it, but they were perfectly equally spaced apart there, and that equal positioning points to something a little bit weird. It got my interest again doing that one. How you doing, Debster? Good to see you there. Oh, Rachel, well then I like, excellent. Thank you, Rachel. And it's so good to hear that other people like, you know, thinking those things as well. You don't know if you're going fully crazy. And Sparkles, I can show you the message quickly. Just can only tell you, tell this, it's from a recently government-funded, ground there. I'd love to, yeah, if it shows, because I didn't think it came through last time. Does the simulation theory remove the idea of free will? Well, free will is complicated anyway. It might not exist. You know, if you had a powerful enough computer to work out all of, again, that, you know, the sort of atomic level variables at the smallest scale, each individual interaction, everything might be preordained anyway. There's what would you call it? A doctor, lecturer, whatever, university bod, that called Robert Sapolsky, and he makes a very, very compelling case that it's all deterministic. Everything is predictable. I mean, not that we've got the capability to predict it, but in theory it would be if you had the brain power or the machine power. Now, is that true? Lots of people count against it, and I find myself really, really torn. The head says, you know what, I do think it is deterministic. That makes all the sense. But the heart doesn't agree. The heart says that there is something in it that we're missing there. But he's definitely worth checking out just to hear that side of things. And there, Rashia said Roswell did indeed happen. He sounded very adamant. I think my gut tells me Roswell did as well. And you know, I think it's a fundamental one. There, not that I'm going on any decent, just something about it there. But again, Joseph, thank you for the like there. And we're on the cusp of running more collection efforts. Oh, excellent. And I'm particularly interested in spectroscopic data of the object. That's the word that we were looking for earlier there, Sparkles. We had, from Rachel actually, who's in tonight, had a really interesting picture of some orbs that they'd caught a couple of years ago. And I was thinking to myself, if we can use spectroscopy, can't get the word out there, to analyse the makeup of atmospheres of those distant stars, surely we could do the same, couldn't we, with images of the orbs and the lights and stuff like that? Surely that is going to tell us something about their makeup there. Am I on the right track? Am I totally off? Is there an obvious scientific reason why we can't there? So we aren't crazy. I think the skeptics look like the crazy ones these days. Rachel, I do tend to believe, definitely showing their limitations with their dogma and how their processes and routines and things do prevent them from looking wide enough, big picture enough there. And have you had to play with infrared? I can't wait to see it working. I have. I still need to get the lead. There, so I probably will need to order that one soon. But I've taken it out at night on the 1 hour we got when it was somewhat clear, and it does look good. It looks good. So it's a bit more zoomed in than the lens we currently have, which is a bit frustrating, but hey ho. So we won't see as wide a patch of the sky. But I think it'd be very cool to watch that. Oh, there we go. So I'm looking very excited to start using that one there. And free will is smoke and mirrors. We think we have it, but we don't. So you're at the camp then that it is that we don't have free will. Honestly, the more I look, the more it looks the way that we don't. But again, my heart tells me something. There's something else to it. There's something missing in the formula. It did it there. I think it was deliberate. Oh, excellent. And also using IR and lights to confirm these are plasmoids with a very expensive equipment. Oh man, let me know what equipment is there. We've only just got the infrared camera ourselves. It's not the best one, but it's a start in that mode. And you'll know that we've been talking about that one for a very long time there. This has been run currently behind closed doors with private companies. Oh, I mean, that is going to be interesting there. Are they going to release the results anytime soon? I'm happy we're all on the same page. That's why we're a little community, Rachel. Over to the tuber. Sorry, guys, I've been neglecting you there. I was trying to get to the end of the chat, and it just kept on going, which is a good thing. It would only be possible, in my mind, if we are already on disk, and reality is just the next scan by the system. But that would mean nothing matters at all, and nothing can ever change. You know what I mean? That disk metaphor, you know, and each scan is that update around, you know, how we maybe divide up time. You know, is that each pass of it there? I think there's a lot in the computer analogies. Now, is it because we are in a computer, or is it because we have made computers based on how the world functions there? Oh, what's that one, Jolly? There is no deals. Their tech is way beyond our understanding, and they give us trades, but their disclosure is not possible. You have to figure it yourself. There are many parts to that one as well. But I do think you're right in saying you have to figure it out ourselves. Like, you know, we have to earn it. And I'm trying to think of a decent analogy for this, but many a time in my life, I have been fortunate enough to start a new thing, project, career, business, skill, passion, whatever, and I've been able to kind of go in and get all the tools for it. You know, I didn't have to start. I mean, a lot of times I do have to start from absolute zero there, but sometimes, you know, I've actually gone, right, these are all the bits that I need, let's go and start for their thing. But without kind of earning it, without actually starting off with the basic tools, learning how they work, and then taking the next step up to the other ones there. I mean, it was pointless me having the more advanced stuff, all of the good gear, until you learn how to use it, you know, in those simpler cases. And I think that's you know, going to be true when it comes to this technology. Like, if we were given some sort of warp drive technology, would we end up destroying ourselves with it there? Does there have to be other things in place in society for us to be able to handle that ability? And, you know, then that ability and the development of that technology happens because we've already got the other things in place, you know. And if we jump that step there, do we trip ourselves up? So it's quite an interesting point there, Jolly. So Xena there. I'm on chips now. Why? Good question. I don't know what you mean, the particular chipsets, because, I mean, you're talking about normal electronics. We know where they come from. Taiwan, mostly. And if scientists figure out the Earth, they're showing our old photos of a painting someone made whilst enjoying a whiskey. It's upside down. It's been upside down the whole time there. And humans are so divided in everything. And how would aliens even begin to communicate there? And I doubt that we would get a word in. You're quite right with that division there. And it's been striking me is if you guys have seen the series Pluribus, or Apple TV one, tell me now if you don't want spoilers, because I've got some thoughts on it. And it ties in with that division there. Definitely the small print on that one. And probably, yeah, I see, I subscribe to that. The logic circuit almost certainly came from off-world. And you don't go from magic tapes to CPUs in less than 10 years. Or, I mean, I find it quite interesting. It does seem, doesn't it, that the integrated circuits, they just came very quickly. There doesn't seem to be that development tree. I have heard rumours that there was the development tree happening in Germany during a certain period of time there. I think it was like the German division of IBM that actually had it there, then post-war, that's how they got it. But whether that's true, because it does seem to be like, where's the development, where's the adjacent things coming in? Because things don't come out of a vacuum. It's just not, somebody doesn't just have an idea. Normally there's a few other people are close to that other idea at the same time there, because we don't have original thoughts. That's the first thing that we have to remember here. Nobody has an actual original thought there. All of our thoughts, our ideas, come from cues in our environment. And some people get different cues from the different things there, or they can see a bit further ahead. But we're all kind of prompted by our environment and our experience and what we're exposed to there. So like, if something does just come out of nowhere, then that is a bit of an indicator that maybe some other meddling has come to play there. Aliens, demons, not to be confused with extraterrestrials. Well, they do say, you know, that's possibly where a lot of the demon lore come back from. I'm not sure. I think they're separate things. I think they're probably going to be the same thing. But whether they are extraterrestrial, that is another good point there. They may not be definitely there. But I do think that we could it would make sense there are a lot there for it. I still can't get my head around transmitting pictures over the airwaves. They are two devices TV. How did they know when they made the first TV camera it would work? Oh my god, like bends my mind, you know, trying to get my head around that one. Well, it's all the study around electromagnetism. That was where it all initially came from. And I've got a family link to this one, but there was two versions of television that people were competing with at the time, trying to make the, you know, the first television camera there. And the one that won, I can't remember the name of the version that won, but there was one made by an inventor called, is it Logie Baer? In London he was. Now, my grandfather, no, my great, is it my great-grandfather? No, I think it's my grandfather. He was one of the first people to be filmed on television, because his dad owned my great-grandfather owned a television repair, well, not television, it was a radio repair shop, so they had all the parts. And this guy was making his television invention, and used to use my great-grandfather's shop for the parts. And as my grandfather was a young boy, a very young boy at the time, they used him to sit down and to film him for one of his very first tests of that television camera. They didn't go for that model in the end, they went for the other version. But they're pre-television. Think of how far we've come in that short space of times there. And demons can possess your soul from a distance. Scary but true. I think, yeah, you're tying into things there, but that could work on the telepathic front there, which could tie in with the things. Watson, come here. I need you. Basically how it went there. And it went silicon diode, silicon transistor, silicon circuit, and not straight to the silicon circuit. Ah, okay. I mean, so there was, he's saying there was the development there, or still the first one, did that come, you know, is it planned there? Can you see like an organic development tree? Because it's beyond me if it's there. It is a spiritual battle between truth and scientism, and the Watchers are monitoring loose energy. And let's see, that's where I think, like, not to say whichever side of it, but that's where I think the debate is fundamentally wrong. There between truth and scientism, between anything and scientism. It's not, people do treat it as an ideology, they do treat it as a camp, but they're in the wrong for doing that. Science is a tool. It's not a side, it's a tool. We need to understand that, and we need to put it in its place for that with it as well. It's like if somebody says I'm politically left or I'm politically right. You're both wrong. Left and right are the reflection of your hemispheric dependence in your brain. It's not how anybody should be governed exclusively there. And why can't the big button be either purple or pink? My favorite colors there. It's got to be in between the two. Demons and the Devil was created by the church scare folk to convert, stolen from the Panthers. Well, I think it all comes from, like, I don't disagree with that sort of later functionality there, but I do think it is that early interpretation of the phenomena. There's Andre, I noticed. How are you doing? Thank you for the heart there, and thank you for the likes. Appreciating all of that. How are you doing tonight there? And it's cool how colours evoke different emotions. Yeah, a hilarious thing on colour theory for a while. I should go into that one later on, because that was a dust site. I laughed my head off last night. There. Oh, have I missed a few? Let me scroll up. Oh God, I have missed a few. Let me go back up to see where we are on the TikToks, so I don't miss it out. Oh my God, I've missed so many, guys. Sorry, let me scroll to the top here. The best community, exactly there. And if you study Scientology and determinism and social constructs, we don't have true free will. No, I don't think on that logical side there. They find it hard to trust us, and I think rightly so, Rachel, with that one. I think trust has to be earned, and I don't think we can be trusted. Not in a like overly judgmental, humans are all evil or anything like that. I just think that we probably have a different priority there, because we have a different experience, because we are different there. And until we share enough in common, then that degree of trust can go up there. And Andrea,
Nom nom nom, thanks,
thank you
guys.
for feeding Alan there. And Sparkles, objects that resemble balloons and bags, etc., that are drone-alike, flaring, morphing, etc. The plasmoid side of things really, really does interest me. I would love to hear more on it. There is bits out there, but there's not a lot on it. And I think that's why our powers were taken off as not to be trusted. I mean, quite possible. And humans will always do that, trip ourselves up there, because we will always press the big red button. We probably will. And why is it always red? Well, red, it evokes, it's the contrast, first of all. It's more visible out of other buttons. Buttons aren't traditionally red, are they? So that one sticks out, but it's also the danger, the colour theory that affects it there. I am forbidden. It is the luring us in there. So when AAP says humans will always press the button, we can't be trusted, what AAP means is Kate will always press the button. There. The rate of progress has to come from reverse engineering. There are some interesting candidates from it there. I think even Velcro was on that list, wasn't it there? Nemo, how are you doing? Thank you for the like, sir. And there, let me scroll down, because I think I caught up to there. I learned as well, like different coloured lighting as well can mess from an optician. They were talking about, what the different colours, lights, how that kind of wires your brain differently as well. That's why teachers used to mark your wrong answers with a red pen. If only. I never had a wrong answer. Loads of wrong answers. Just my spelling they'd get. Red is the devil's ink. Is that what you say? We are evil, though. I don't think we're evil. I think, through my interpretation of evil, I think some people are evil there, but I don't think as a species we're evil. I think it implies like a conscious, evil implies a conscious decision to do those things, and a lot of it is just ignorance and fear, but I don't think there is a good chunk of people that are. But as a species-wide, I don't think it's our default position there. And, Mr. Anonymous there. Plus, I haven't seen the name in ages there, Mr. Anonymous. Sparkles there. The plasmoid, it really does interest me, but there's just not a vast amount of easily accessible stuff on it there. And I like the colour red, although my favourite is blue there. And using mirrors, etc., they will come down lower. Mimicking normally objects is a hard one for many. So, I remember you saying this a while ago, having those interactions and how quite consistent that you kind of got those. And I think we've only been up the hill once or twice more since. We haven't done an on-location one since, but it's always been in my mind that we do want to start trying to do that. They do infrared lasers. That'd still be too dangerous. I was thinking of how we can start messing around with that. And Lee, got that one. It always lets the ones through that are saying about blocking the message. TikTok is an awful platform there, so guys, feel free to join us over there. You don't get the same issues there. Plus, it's full screen. See a little bit more of the analysis that is going on the screen there. Where are we? Are all the redcoats on the starship all ex-Butlins employees? Yeah. Takes me back, that does. There as well. Long John, how are you doing? There, an Operation Paperclip. One of my ancestors guarded one of them before transfer. Now, this is tantalising. I'm looking forward to reading the rest of this. It was either Herman or Hess. What a brilliant, wow, connection there. I forget, but the whole tech / off-world, a Thule sort of legend. Truth is there. Very, very interesting. And Butlins costumes are good for fake space adventures, but don't comply with the infinite negative pressure. there. And if you play Stellaris there, sometimes you end up being evil and taking over the galaxy. It happens occasionally. I mean, taking over the galaxy might be a good thing. Maybe, you know, benevolent dictator there. Where are we? But there are always funny comments, the TikTok filters. It filters out everything now. Moving a drone-like against the wind, they're responding to signals by flaring back. I mean, oh yeah, I'd love to have a sighting. Like we did, oh my god, actually, no, we did have one sighting last time we were up the hill. And I don't fully know if it was some sort of weird perspective shift. But it did look to me that it was like a brilliant ball of white light was up on that hill with us and moving around towards us. I initially thought it was a dog walker walking towards us with like a white headlamp on, like LED, really bright one, and then it would just disappear. So it was hard to, but it might have been something in the distance that just looked, but it looked really bright. It looked brighter than the car headlights that we could see and stuff there. TikTok can't handle the scandal, but yeah, it's very, very bright there. Oh, I mean, it's gone atrocious. So it's lost its way, but it's always been a bit weird, hasn't it? But yeah, as a platform, it's gone sideways there. And some common morphs are rigid tethers, orbs coming out or past and flaring next, and none tumbling though. And the morphing shape, consistent rotation. Torn open and maintaining altitude. I mean, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen. Couldn't get enough of the detail. I just saw a bright light with the one that I think that we saw there, and watching Stranger Things, and not nearly as scary as the previous seasons. It was very cinematic, wasn't it? But yeah, I don't think it was as scary there. And, oh, jolly, can't have pressure without containment there. Natural gas allures space. I mean, this was basically what that guy was saying about the sun's stuff. So, I mean, I'm open to it. There. Did we actually go to the moon there, Long John? So I'm of the camp that we did, but I do think there are some very interesting questions to answer there. I do think there are some interesting questions to answer around that one, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did come out and go, haha, no, we didn't all along. But I still lean like that we did there. I'm not into group mentalities there or beliefs yet. I sincerely believe in Operation Don't Give. Yeah. I mean, it's always a warning. We have to a certain degree, and it's inbuilt into us to follow the crowd to a certain degree, and it changes within individuals there. Some people will just always blindly follow the crowd there, participate in the system, for some of us to the minimal amount there. But it is a useful mechanism. We don't have the calories for our brains to figure out everything all the time, so we devolve that responsibility to the group there. So it is a useful mechanism, but it obviously has quite a lot of flaws there. Even as far as balloon morphs releasing their tethers and remain upright. And cars will come in with the lights there, and we hope to get a GoPro attached to a telephoto lens for telemetry data. Oh yes, that could be interesting. And what is the TOC doing? It's all jittery. Oh, I don't know. It's all right on my screen there. Oh, V's as well, though. Let's have a look. No, mine's looking all right for the second. There. I think the movie Capricorn 1 is nearer to the truth than you might imagine there. Rob, it's on my list to watch. And I might have to go watch that one tonight, although I do have to be up extra early for work. Maybe we'll quit the stream early so I can go see Cat, because I think it's on YouTube. Can't get past the Carmen line. It's at the firmament there. I mean, I don't know that yet. I'm not that far along. Your background music isn't half similar to the message. Is it really? We lucked out with this background music. I think most people just joined for the background music. And it was the first selection there. All apps is all good though. Lovely. Thank you, Andrea. They have been the sensation of the night there. I don't normally wear them for many reasons, but today I could not be bothered to try and stare and make the old... try and make out what everybody's talking about. Should we switch over to the Starship Alan quickly? See what everyone's doing. Is everybody still on deck there? Yep, you're still there doing all of your chores. Have a quick look. So, where is everybody aboard? I'm looking for... Oh, Rob's in the mess hall. There. Andrea, you're in the engine room. Where are we? Oh, Alan's at the bridge. So, V's in the sensor array there. Ben's... Oh, you're in Alan's... I think that's Alan's room there. Oh, Kate's in the shuttle bay. Up to no good there, looking for the big red button there. Dawdle, there you are. You're in the engine room there with Janie. On the bridge there as well. The firmament unit. The mess hall, yeah. You got to have a break from all that hard work there. Hey, up there. Fixing the engine. I haven't gotten the blueprints. But you've started before you got the blueprints there. The crazy dude from Armageddon. I could see that, cat. I could see that. Oh, God. There we go. Well, if you do want to join the Starship Alan, guys, you know where to do it. Even the free tier over on the Patreon will get you aboard there. If you use the link in the bio, it gives you it totally free for a month. And you can even join us for the deep dives on that one as well there. We're doing another one in a couple of weeks. I'm at work in sick bay. No rest for the wicked. Look, there you are. Look, you're tending to all of the beds there, V. Oh, no, you can't see it now. I can see it on my screen. Oh, no, Kate's in the transporter room. I just do not trust you all for that one there. Oh, it did not come up for you guys. I couldn't see there, Lee. And The Day the Earth Stood Still and K-Packs are awesome. That's got to be on our movie club list. I don't think it's free at the minute, but it is on the movie club list there. I need to script some events there. Start easy. Ion Storm, Errant Space. Oh, yes. Some interactions for the crew to deal with there. Definitely like a depressurization. Everybody gets sucked out into space there. K-Pax was... It is an interesting film there. I didn't know that there were a conspiracy around it there. Silent Running. Why am I thinking... I know that one. That name rings a bell. I must have seen it, but I can't... I want to say it's a sub-film, though. Battery's Not Included. Who's seen that one? I loved that one as a kid. We've got to add that to the list, actually. Kate's returning home to see if she left the cooker on. We've got to get back to the ferals. Oh, we froze. It is likely. It is most likely. Let's have a look. No, we are up to date there. What have we got? All Sirius and Mirzam have left the range. So has it gone down? Oh. So we got Weezon, Adara and Aludra in range of the dish still there. At 430, 1802,000 light years. Oh, you watched Moon! It was good. It was good in the twist. I won't spoil it, but yeah, no, I'm glad you like that one. It did need more attention, I think. His second film wasn't as good, which was a bit of a shame there. I said I literally have to loudly announce that I've done stuff, or we get a bit away and convince myself I did. I know what you mean. I have to like anything like that can just get lost and I'll totally forget. I have to kind of do something different, so therefore it ingrains the memory. Did you get the recommendation from us? Yeah, it's a good film. It is a good film. What's Moon? That's a good question. V, what did you watch it on? Is it streaming anywhere? The Two Robots. Oh no, maybe it does ring a bell though. The Biosphere Ship. Oh no, I've not heard that one, but that sounds quite interesting. The Robot Huey and Dewey. I must have seen it though. Event Horizons and Blade Runner original. Event Horizon, a brilliant film. Excuse me. Original Total Recall. Have I seen the original? There's so many films that I and TV shows and books and things like that I think I've seen, because you hear about them so much culturally. And you know enough about them contextually just from, like, you know, jokes on The Simpsons or whatever there. So I made a point over the last couple of years of actually going back and watching all of the classics. I've stopped it now because I haven't got any free time. I do this, but I try to. Is that one I have actually seen, or is it on the list of things that I think I've seen? A funny thing happened on the way to the moon. It does sound like a film. Sam Neill was scary in Event Horizon. He's an interesting actor, is Sam Neill. He's a real hit and miss, some of those films there. It goes a lot of things with their experiments. Oh, it is on Amazon. There we go. And I also have to loudly repeat and announce the safe place I put stuff. That's why everything needs a home key. You need 12 different backpacks. Everything always lives in the one place, so you don't have to worry about it. It's amazing. I feel like it's the one that I've seen. Not so anyone remember, but so I remember. Don't make me get the notebooks out again, guys. Forbidden Planet. Now that one I haven't seen. Sam Rockwell, wasn't it, for Moon? Yeah, Moon's a good one. That's what we were just talking about that on the TikToks. V has just seen it. It's a good one. Omen as well. I have seen that one, but a very, very long time ago. Idiocracy. Oh, I don't think I've seen that one though. The stack of notebooks. But Kate, you're abandoning us, aren't you, for this month's movie club? A collection of them. Yeah, you're abandoning us. You're not going to be here this Friday. Who's new that's going to join us over in the Discord this Friday for a movie club? Because it is a very good one. It is The Vast of Night. There. Alan, do you forgive Kate? He's thinking about it. Oh, Minority Report. That I haven't seen. I think I saw it when it first came out, that one. Excuse me, guys. Caught me off guard, that one. Hey, up. Don't fall asleep, though. Invaders TV series. Don't think I've seen that one either, now. Enemy Mines. No, I don't think so. Forbidden areas of the land here on Earth. That's... Don't think I've heard of that one. I'll be there with my snacks. Oh, and V's going to be there. So, yeah, we need to get some more snacks for Alan. He's quite partial to our Earth popcorn. Back to the insomnia out. Oh, damn, you've got to make the most of it when you can get to sleep. Yeah, it's still 10 PM on the Friday. So what it is, guys, you've got to sign up, log into our Discord there, and there's a separate little channel. They call them channels, but, you know, like page, basically, on there, which is called Movie Club. And basically, we all, you know, get ready. We get the film loaded up, and then we press play at 10 PM UK time. Normally, Alan says go. And then we press play and we just watch the film together from that point and chat along at the same time. And everybody's welcome there. Get the royal box there, Rob. Of course, we'll have it reserved for you. The priority seating. Oh, with lots of snacks. Yeah, I've not even thought about what snacks yet. So that's a whole other question there. Probably munchies. Must get snacks. Of course, Rob. Well, we hope to see you there, yeah. So we'll probably be on... Maybe we'll do like 9 till just before 10 or something on the Friday. Or 8:30 till 9:30 or whatever it is, so we can then do a little bit of a stream. Unless it's, I don't know, maybe we'll just not bother. Oh, guys, just checking the weather. There's no rain due Wednesday. So, I mean, right, okay. Until 8 to 6 till 9, it's saying mainly clear. And then it goes to clear spells from 9 till midnight. So, then to broken cloud. So you never know. Maybe we'll get a bit of a skywatch this week after all. What does that do? I mean, the rest of it's looking pretty shite. How can it be sunny and raining at the same time? Make your mind up. Yeah, no, that is literally the one little island of potential clear skies there for Wednesday. So we'll hold our fingers, hold our breath for that one. Apples and ice pops. That sounds like you've been a bad kid at Christmas there. Galaxy, Monster Munch, and Fizzy Cherry. Oh, very nice there. Maybe some ice cream, I'm thinking there. And Monster Munch share bag. Oh, Red Munch is classic. You know, I'm craving Flaming Hot Monster Munch. I don't think I've had that since I was in like year 6 or something. But no, I'm craving that flavour now. Get in on that roof and fit the cable. Oh, it's a good point there, Lee, isn't it? Yeah, so I need to... Oh, God, I don't know if I'm going to... I might have to Amazon it, see if the cable comes in time then. All right, I'll ask Leanne to use her Prime. So I'll be up there during the day. Is it going to be dry during the day, though? Let's have a quick look. Am I going to be able to get up during the day? Actually, it might be during the day, just dry enough. Oh, maybe it'd be possible to do the infrared there. You do know we're going to get all excited and it's going to go cloudy. But if it does look like this, I'll set the camera up and we'll just sit here cloud watching, hoping for a gap. Oh, mint chocolate. The years there, they are cold and the crunch is good. Oh, that'll do my teeth in. Bad weather tomorrow. It's been just awful weather all the time. It'll be raining sideways whilst I'm trying to commute. It always does. Long open walk to the office from the train station. I always get absolutely drenched. Is it just called movie thing, voice or text? Oh, it's just the text. Yeah. So all it is, we just message in the chat there. So we have to watch the film on our own accounts as well. Not allowed to broadcast it, but yeah, we just message along, going, "Oh, did you see that bit?" And "Oh, Jeff Goldblum looks good for his age," and the odd picture of Alan inappropriate. Always happens. Rain, it's going to snow. Yeah, I'll take that. Uh, 2026, the Earth is flat and stationary. You have to do the work yourself. Only a fool would believe otherwise. I don't think so. And see, this is what we were talking about the other day, Jolly. The other day, when saying only a fool would believe otherwise, that's quite offensive to everybody else that does believe otherwise. There, because I don't think it's as obvious as you think it is. You're down the road of the belief there, but a lot of other people are still quite entrenched, and maybe we're all wrong there. But the problem is you've got to go back to that root, that shared common belief, and then hold people's hand as you walk them down the path. And Pringles, Twiglets, and M&Ms. Oh, I had some Twiglets over Christmas, and they were crap. I don't know if it's just a bad batch, but they weren't as good as we thought. And up there, I am pretty sure Eddie Murphy has a stasis device. Dude, he hasn't. You are 100% on that. But now you think about it, Anunnaki, that's what it is. Come and hold the ladders. Well, I climb out of the window to avoid ladders for that particular reason, but it is quite the sight to be seen. So if we do go out on the roof there, I'll get Leanne to film it and we'll put it over on the Patreon so you can see me making an arse of myself. Honeycomb ice cream from Heron Foods is good. Oh, I don't think I had that one there. I'm getting all the snacks that have been discussed. You know what I might get? Chinese box. You know they do the big pizza boxes just full of different Chinese things there. More food than you can possibly eat. But there's something about quantity that beats quality every time. There. Oh, no worries, Rachel, but good to see you back. We've descended in talking about movie club. Yeah, Otis is at doggy daycare tomorrow and he's going to come back black. Did I take him out into the fields? Put him to work there. I'm going to end up a big circle. Oh, we're coming to past. So I'm going to come off for past now. So it's slightly earlier than normal. I'm trying to get back up to the 2 hours, but I have a hideously early train tomorrow, and I'm trying to be a good boy and try and get some sleep. Not that ever bloody works. So I'm going to be coming off at 4 tonight. But thank you, everybody, once again, for joining us, for hanging out. Do appreciate you all, and thinking this yesterday how lost I'd be. A little cool little community that we have here. We can all sit around and chat and learn, and also go off on weird tangents as well. You guys are pretty awesome. So thank you once again there. Gifters, subbers, sharers, like as well. Thank you for helping us build and improve our community. You're all awesome there. But we'll be on, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. We'll be on tomorrow night again with a radio signal hunt there. But Wednesday, if we hold our luck, Wednesday maybe we will see some of that beautiful, beautiful night sky there. Speak for yourself. A whole pizza box for one. I'm impressed. Definitely. Eyes are bigger than my stomach, and that's quite the challenge there. But anyway, guys, we'll end up in the gut. We always do, up. We all do that. But yeah, good night, guys. Thank you again for joining us, and yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow night. Bye-bye, guys.